It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the Buccaneers under the lights on Thursday night.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP, and an all-pro in 2019.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back completions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Inside handoff now to Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Nothing after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now they'll throw with Brady. Trying to improvise. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady. Jones has it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's going to have, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Less fanfare for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they hand him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down and 2.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. 2nd and 2. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Brady. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 6.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Brady going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football. Full half to be played. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Now Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. William Golston able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing now is Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And a catch right side by Evans.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Brady.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, it's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They move the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A handoff to Fournette. And it's a fumble. And the Ravens have got it. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. terrible.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson now. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
This is caught by Evans.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Here's Brady to throw.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Brady to throw again.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 8 coming from the 19. Here's a give to Fournette. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point try now for Succop. And that makes it 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Fournette. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.